Princess Diana is remembered as the people's princess, a woman adored across the world, a symbol of kindness, beauty, and compassion. She walked among crowds, held the hands of the sick, and showed a softness rarely seen in royalty. But behind the flashing cameras and global admiration, Diana lived a life shaped by loneliness, pressure, and constant emotional struggle. She was not born into a fairy tale, and she did not live inside one either. Diana Frances Spencer was born in 1961 into British nobility, but her childhood was far from idyllic. Her parents' marriage was deeply unhappy and ended in a painful divorce. Diana was young when her family broke apart, and the emotional impact stayed with her. She often described feeling invisible, unheard, and unwanted. Even as a child surrounded by privilege, she carried a deep sense of abandonment. Diana grew up sensitive and emotionally open. She wanted affection, reassurance, and warmth. Instead, she learned early that love could disappear suddenly. This fear of rejection became a defining force in her life. It shaped her relationships, her self-image, and her need to be loved. When Diana met Prince Charles, she was young, shy, and inexperienced. He was older, emotionally distant, and already shaped by royal duty. Their relationship developed quickly, not from deep understanding, but from expectation. Diana was chosen to be a future queen, not because she was ready, but because she fit the role the monarchy needed. At just 19 years old, Diana became engaged to the heir to the British throne. Overnight, her life transformed. She went from a quiet young woman to the most photographed person in the world. The media followed her every move, every smile, every outfit, every expression was analyzed and judged. The world saw a fairy tale. Diana felt overwhelmed and unprepared. Inside the royal system, Diana quickly realized she was alone. The monarchy valued tradition, restraint, and silence. Emotional vulnerability was not welcomed. Diana, who wore her feelings openly, struggled deeply. She felt isolated within palace walls, surrounded by people yet emotionally unsupported. Her marriage to Prince Charles was troubled almost from the beginning. They were incompatible in age, interests, and emotional needs. Diana craved affection and reassurance. Charles remained distant, bound to duty and his own unresolved relationships. Diana soon discovered that she was not the center of his emotional world. This realization devastated her. Already struggling with insecurity, Diana developed bulimia as a way to cope with emotional pain. It became a private battle hidden behind public smiles. While the world admired her beauty, Diana was fighting a silent war with herself. As media attention intensified, Diana became trapped in a paradox. The public adored her, but the same attention destroyed her privacy. Paparazzi followed her relentlessly. She could not walk freely, travel anonymously, or grieve privately. Fame became a constant presence, watching, judging, never leaving. Despite this, Diana used her position to connect with people in ways no royal had before. She touched patients with AIDS when others were afraid. She comforted the sick, the poor, and the forgotten. These moments were genuine. Diana's compassion was real. She felt more alive among ordinary people than within royal ceremonies. Yet, this connection with the public created tension within the monarchy. Diana's popularity began to eclipse the institution itself. What the public loved, the system feared. She was no longer just a princess. She was a global icon, and that made her dangerous to tradition. Behind closed doors, Diana's mental health suffered. She experienced depression, anxiety, and deep emotional swings. She spoke openly later about feeling unsupported and misunderstood. At times, she felt trapped in a role she never chose, unable to escape the expectations placed upon her. The breakdown of her marriage became public, played out through headlines and interviews. Diana's famous interview revealed her pain to the world. For the first time, she spoke honestly about her struggles, her loneliness, and the emotional cost of her life. The public sympathized. The monarchy remained silent. Divorce gave Diana freedom, but it did not bring peace. She was no longer protected by royal structure, yet still relentlessly pursued by the media. She walked without a shield, exposed to the same attention but with fewer safeguards. In her final years, Diana tried to redefine herself. She focused on humanitarian work, especially landmine awareness and global charity. She sought genuine connection, meaning, and purpose beyond royal titles. But emotional vulnerability made her relationships complicated. She still longed for love and safety. The media never left her. Cameras followed her constantly, turning private moments into public spectacle. Diana lived under a spotlight that never turned off. Every decision, every relationship became news. She was admired but also consumed. On August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana died in a car crash in Paris while being pursued by paparazzi. She was only 36 years old. The world was stunned. Millions mourned her death. Flowers filled streets. Grief crossed borders. Her death raised uncomfortable questions about media responsibility, fame, and the cost of public obsession. Diana was loved by millions, yet protected by few. She became a symbol of compassion, but also a warning about how fame can destroy the very people it celebrates. After her death, Diana's image became timeless. She was frozen in memory as the smiling princess, the caring humanitarian. But behind that image was a woman who struggled deeply, who felt alone even when surrounded by love. Princess Diana did not fail because she was weak. She struggled because she was human in a system that demanded perfection without emotion. Her story reminds us that kindness does not protect against pain, and popularity does not guarantee safety. Behind the fame, Diana was not a fairy tale princess. She was a woman searching for love, understanding, and peace in a world that never stopped watching. Princess Diana was loved by millions, but fame did not save her. Behind every icon, there is a human story. The headlines never tell. This was the story of Princess Diana, behind the fame, and the next story takes us to another global legend. A child star turned world icon. A voice, a dance, a crown of fame. But behind the spotlight, there was a man who never escaped childhood and never found silence. His name was Michael Jackson.